Well, now I'm supposed to speak about my current film, Street Cuatro, which has already got acclaimed at many international film festivals and including a presence at the March to Film category at Festival de Cannes this year in May. Well, Street Cuatro is an amalgamation of Salvador Dali with Rabindranath Tagore. Now, itself, this is a very unique combination because relating the master of surrealistic art form with a person, Rabindranath Tagore, who is very close to nature, very close to motherland, was not very superficial or and at the same point of time was not accidental. But while I was making this documentary, Urban Voice, on the legendary urban folk musician Susmit Bose, I was actually researching through many art forms, including that of Michelangelo, Raphael, and Salvador Dali. Yes, of course. So Salvador Dali somehow influenced me a lot. A lot means a lot. And Rabindranath Tagore, I mean, being born in a Bengali family, Rabindranath Tagore is the prime person who would be influencing you throughout your life. So now going back to how the name of this film is Street Cuatro, I must say that I had this thought in mind to combine 3 short stories of Rabindranath Tagore into a film that would be feature length, that means exceeding 60 minutes. But I did not have the courage to adapt a short story of Rabindranath Tagore, short story by Rabindranath Tagore into a full-length feature film. So therefore, I was actually structuring Street Cuatro, Rabindranath Tagore's short story, into a short film, and 2 more stories by him, then it will be amalgamated into a full-length feature film. So it was midway when I came to Kolkata to screen the documentary Urban Voice, and somehow I got inspired by people who appreciated the film Urban Voice, the documentary Urban Voice, and one of the actors, Kaushik Roy, came to me and said, "What's your next feature film?" So I answered Street Cuatro. So that was, that was quite a deliberate attempt, because I had this confidence in me that if I am structuring a short story into a short film, I mean, why not? Why can't I structure it into a full-length feature film? Because a short story has many hidden emotions in it, and being a human being, I should have the ability to interpret it and to decode it in my own way, and that's what I have done in Street Cuatro. So in Street Cuatro, Rabindranath Tagore's story forms the gist, and it is treated as a bridge. What the bridge is all about. In this film, the protagonist travels through 3 worlds, and this bridge, Rabindranath Tagore's Street Cuatro, is actually connecting all the 3 worlds together. And what Salvador Dali is all about? Salvador Dali has been used to put aesthetic aspects to the whole film. Well, for this particular cinema, I might not have referred to any specific artist or any specific cinema, but being a film student and film theorist in my past years, I have been referring to a lot of world cinema, and personally saying Krzysztof Kieslowski's usage of colors in cinema and Ritwik Ghatak's understanding of life and how he put the same in his cinema has inspired me a lot. And Street Cuatro is all about how you perceive life and how you equate emotions with the practical aspects in life, and both of them have helped me a lot. I was quite certain while making this film that I won't be able to get any assistance from the producers or any kind of financial assistance from the government as well, because this film is quite complex, and I was very practical before making this film that I should not actually expect for any kind of assistance, because cinema these days has reached the zenith of commercial returns. And in any country, I mean, at least in Asia, well, producers treat cinema as a commercial medium, not as a medium of fine arts or not as a medium to express your aesthetics or your art. So I was quite certain about that, and I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed as well, because being certain about the fact that you should go ahead with your own resources and you should prove to the people who will actually deny or who would probably deny you the basic rights to make your kind of cinema. It was the right challenge for me to go ahead with, and I have done so with this film. Well, there are a lot of things that I would like to change about this filmmaking industry. First of all, there should be some common grounds, I mean, for the producers and the directors in our country, in a country like India, where there should be at least some point of respect, some amount of respect, so that they can treat cinema as a medium of fine arts as well. Well, okay, I mean, cinema can fetch them high returns, cinema can be highly commercial, a highly commercial venture can be, but at the same point of time, they should at least consider film to be capable of something more, as a medium of fine arts at least. Well, to watch this film, Street Cuatro, The White Letter, the first thing the audiences need to do, that is book your badges for the Cannes Film Festival, and you can come to Cannes and visit the Master Film Sector and watch my film. And apart from that, they might have to wait a bit to watch my film, to watch this film actually, and to watch my previous films. They can access YouTube and many other video platforms, VOD platforms. And apart from that, beside this, Street Cuatro, The Wife's Letter is also making VOD release very soon this year. So that might be a very good news for all of you, for my audiences. Well, I have a lot of things lined up next, and the major project that I am looking forward to is a documentary, and beside that, following it is another feature film, and I can't reveal the subjects of both the movies right now, as it is still under pre-production. And beside all those stuffs, I am into writing, and which concludes that I might come up with some short films very soon. But I am not concentrating much into short films right now. I am concentrating much into features and docu-features and documentaries, or short documentaries. Because short films have been a good method to warm up myself when I was still into the amateur score of filmmaking. But right now what I am looking forward to is the feature film and documentaries categories. Well, as I've already stated, the only advice that I would like to give to the filmmakers and screenwriters is that since you are a filmmaker and you belong to the film sector, you have been endowed upon many responsibilities, and always try to remember that you are making a film for your target audiences, for the society, and whoever it is, I mean whoever the target audience is, be it a film critic, be it the film buff, film students, or the common people. Try not to propagate the wrong message, because film is a very powerful medium, guys. I mean, try to act responsible in this manner. And apart from that, always try to remember another thing, that is script writing or screenplay is not about being wordy, it's about being worthy. Try to propagate something in a way that captivates the audience both visually and in an audiostic manner. Okay, so these are the two things that I would like to mention to the filmmakers and the screenwriters, which are very important indeed, and you should not ignore this. Or even if you are a film student and you are thinking to venture into filmmaking, venture into professional filmmaking, you should Actually keep in mind these two things.